Greetings YouTube, the William0737 here with another commentary. This one's going to be on a user known as Fast and Furious 450. He did a rant on the PS1 claiming that it's overrated. And that's what I'm going to commentate on. It's ridiculous, he has not given any real points of why the PS1, quote, sucks.
Then he's a freaking troll. Am I right, guys?
Well, let's begin.
The PS1 is the most overrated fucking video game console of all time.
Oh, Lord. Do you have any fucking idea how sick we all are of hearing the overrated card from people like you? It's really all you can say. Oh, the PS1, a great console for its time, is overrated. Yeah, sure, my ass is overrated.
Whoa, calm your tits, madam. Why are you getting so pissed about that? Or, even better, why are you getting so pissed at a fuck it.
It is just a complete... It's fucking shit to me. It is garbage. I think it's a piece of garbage. The PS1 sucked.
Proof. Do you have any proof of what you say?
Don't worry, people. That just translates to...
Would you care to elaborate?
Yeah, prepare to hear that a lot.
The PS1 fucking sucked. The N64 and the Dreamcast were way fucking better.
Of course they were better. They came afterwards, you idiot! Am I the only one who thinks that's pointless comparing the PlayStation 1 to consoles that came after it, like the Nintendo 64 and the Dreamcast?
Yes, because a 2 to 3 year difference made a huge difference at the time. Never mind how they were all part of the same generation of gaming consoles, so of course, they will be compared to each other. Welcome to the world of gamers. I am glad to see you are as nitpicky as the rest of us up here.
My God, that's a pretty weak comparison.
They were my late 90s, early 2000s consoles up until I got the PS2. The PS2 was good. That's when Sony actually started making good consoles.
The PS1 would make mincemeat out of the PS2, the Nintendo 64, and the Dreamcast.
Seriously, you are saying that the PlayStation would beat the PlayStation 2 despite the fact that the PlayStation 2, it was the best-selling next-generation console of all time, and that it was still beating sales on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 when they were released, because the PlayStation 2 was still on the market at that time. Also, I can't forget that you were the person who said this.
Am I the only one who thinks that's pointless comparing the PlayStation 1 to consoles that came after it?
And here you are comparing a console to a console from the next fucking generation.
Yes, that is my opinion. If you don't agree, that's fine. But, like haters and fanboys, he's treating his opinion as if it's a fact. And, of course, that's one of my big pet peeves.
So, you can say that the PlayStation 1 would beat the shit out of every other console ever made, and it's okay because, well, you said this is my opinion. Listen, dumbass, you don't have to say that it is your opinion or this is just my opinion for something to be an opinion. The dude you are commentating on is giving his fucking opinion, and you're getting all pissy about it. Way to make yourself look like an ignorant ass.
With the PS2 actually had good games. And the PS3 has good games too.
PS2 actually has good games. PS3 actually has good games. Can you name some of them?
You may think this, but I don't.
Tell us what these, quote, good games are.
Would you care to elaborate?
And by the way, the PS1 has lots of good games. It's one of my all-time favorite consoles.
Well, Lottie, frickin' dying. Good for fucking you. At least now we can tell why you are acting like a Sony fanboy. I'm now skipping the part where he lists some of his favorite games, complete with long pauses and other signs that he didn't script this shit.
You know, there's a lot of people who hate on the PS3. Yeah, it's just because you have bad taste. You don't respect good games.
You not only insulted the fans of the PS1, but you've insulted your viewers in general. Bravo! Bravo! They don't have good taste in video games because they don't think like you?
God of War 3, Devil May Cry 4, Split Second, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Mortal Kombat 2011.
Okay, hold it right there. Marvel vs. Capcom was originally on PlayStation, wasn't it? No, I'm sorry, it was in the arcade. It was ported to the PlayStation, I think maybe the Saturn too.
Yeah, but he's talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Why are you bringing up the first one?
Not only that, but Mortal Kombat, the new one... I know this is all opinionated, this is just my opinion, but I really think the Mortal Kombat games have gone downhill lately. I really don't think they're anything like the classics. So, that's a pretty weak comparison.
So once again, you're going to show your hypocrisy by saying, I can state my opinion, but your opinion is shit because it doesn't agree with mine. I'm starting to sense a pattern.
Super Street Fighter 4, just so many good games. The Batman Arkham City, Arkham Asylum games, the Rocksteady.
Care to explain why those games are so great?
Please elaborate on your points. Thank you.
It could also translate to, I haven't played it before, but I wanted to say you are wrong, so I just told you to expand on something. I am awesome! By the way, the new Batman games have amazing fucking controls, a fantastic stealth system, a good storyline, enough unlockables and hidden shit to keep you playing for weeks, and are, well, overall fun.
Batman games on PS3. What good Batman games were on the PS1? What good Batman games were on the PS1? Huh?
Who fucking cares? And by the way, what good Batman games were on the Dreamcast or Nintendo 64? Feel free to leave them in the comments if there are, but I don't remember them being on any of those consoles. And by the way, are Batman games really that good? In my opinion, the only real good Batman games I remember was Batman on the NES. But once again, that's just my opinion.
Why would you mention what Batman game you think is good right after stating that talking about Batman games is pointless? Why would you do this? How retarded are you?
Can somebody answer that? Oh, that's right. Batman and Robin. The Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin film movie. The video game that was based off of a film.
Oh, Lord. Batman and Robin was the latest movie at that time. Of course there was a game for the PS1. The PS1 was big at that time. What did you expect?
He's not saying it was a bad game. Hell, he isn't even saying anything about the game other than it exists, because before this he was trying to determine if there were any Batman games on the PlayStation, and now he is clarifying his point. This is why you don't stop people every 5 seconds in their commentary.
Off of that film that was on the PS1. It was by Acclaim. Oh, what another one? Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. That was on PS1. That was a great game. That was a great beat 'em up, wasn't it?
So a console is only good if it has good Batman titles? Is that what you're trying to say?
That is not what he's trying to say.
Games are good. You do know that, right?
Huh, yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here. You're homosexuals.
Oh, insult gay people too. Once again, bravo. You're really on a roll, aren't you?
You know, just saying the word homosexual is not an insult to homosexuals. Plus, I would like to have you know that the word gay was changed to mean what it does now as an insult to homosexuals. So you, in a sense, insulted homosexuals with your statement defending homosexuals. I can make pointless statements too, guys. Am I cool yet?
You know, the N64 and the Dreamcast were just way fucking better. They were just way better. They had better game. It was just, to me, you know, I know I'm gonna get.
Please speak fluently without stuttering. If you keep stuttering, it's going to take away impact from your rant. People aren't going to take you seriously. Please learn to speak fluently without going.
And yet you have been pissed off with him this whole time, which would mean that you have been taking him seriously this entire time. Would you please make up your goddamn mind?
A lot of hate for this video. I don't care. The PS1 to me was just overrated shit.
Go back to what I said when the video began, because I am not going to repeat myself.
Which point at the beginning of this video? There are a lot of them. After all, you have been stopping him every 5 seconds to say something. Was it one of those times where you said,
Would you care to elaborate?
because there are a shit ton of those?
Had nothing. I mean, come on. It was like just one of my.
Can you please stop stuttering so much? Either rehearse what you're going to say or use a script.
Most hated memories with the PS1 was trying to play Twisted Metal 2 with the control pad instead of an analog stick.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Twisted Metal was a fun game. I do change the controls because I use a different control setting.
Yeah, I'm skipping the rest of the point because all you say is this.
You may think this, but I don't.
Trying to play with that fucking D-pad, which is a good D-pad. Sony actually made a good D-pad. But trying to play a 3D game with a D-pad is not a good thing. Not a game like Twisted Metal.
Once again, do you care to explain how and why?
Not a driving game with a D-pad. The controls were horrible.
Bullshit, that is bullshit, that is bullshit. Are you kidding?
Well, let me just quote you on this one then.
Do you care to explain how and why?
I see a new running gag starting for this commentary. Does anyone else see it?
Like having doubts about the system. I was just already having. Then I played fucking shitty ass games like Bubsy 3D, fucking shitty ass games like Batman and Robin on the PlayStation, the PS1.
Busby 3D was a bad game, but it wasn't the only game on PS1. The games I mentioned were very good to play, and there were dozens of others, too. Folks, you know who this guy reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Chad Warden, the way he keeps repeating himself and bashing what he doesn't like and praising what he does like. Kind of what Chad Warden did with the PS3, or I'm sorry, PS Triple.
Here is the issue. He has mentioned at least one game, no wait, 2 games, in this video from PlayStation 1 that he does like. So where are you getting this shit from?
Fucking shitty games like Rascal. Remember that? Remember that kid with the backwards cap and the shades and the blue shirt?
Just because a console has a few bad games doesn't mean the console itself sucked. The NES, my favorite console of all time, had plenty of bad games, but it had plenty of good ones too. Just because it had bad games, that automatically means the console itself sucks?
And he had like a bubble gun, a water gun or something like that. That was a shitty ass game.
Hey, every console has bad games. Remember The Ring, Terror's Realm on the Dreamcast? That game sucked. Or how about Superman on the Nintendo 64? That game also sucked.
Let me ask a very simple question. Why did you stop the video twice within barely 5 seconds of each other just to repeat what you already said before? Was that really necessary? This tells me that you didn't actually script this video and that you are just commenting as it goes. Though if you are scripting, then it just says that you're really bad at scripting.
Another shitty game for the PS1. PS1 fucking sucked. Only good games on the PS1 was like survival horror games. And fuck RPGs. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. Fuck Final
Blah
Fantasy.
blah 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 blah.
Oh, how mature of you, sir! Acting like a 2-year-old on a playground going, "Nah, nah, nah, I'm not listening, nah, 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 nah."
Fuck that shit. Fuck Cloud. Fuck Sephiroth.
I can't believe I have to keep saying this over and over again. Yes, Final Fantasy VII has flaws, but the game is fun. That's what really matters.
Fuck all those faggots. Fuck PS1.
Can you stop saying fuck so much? It doesn't make you sound cool. It doesn't make you sound macho. You're just making an ass out of yourself.
Well, if that is the case, let me just say this. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck,
Blah 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 blah.
And Metal Gear Solid is just the most overrated fucking game of all time.
Metal Gear Solid sucks? Oh, you really know what you're talking about, don't you? Metal Gear Solid is a very fun game. I still play it to this day.
You may think this, but I don't.
Well, Lottie fucking da. We're all so very happy that you like Metal Gear so very much. What was that you said earlier about using opinions as a fact? The Metal Gear series, which is one of my all-time favorite series, has flaws that could make people not like it, such as the multitude of cutscenes that break up the action more than it really should. The controls for the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1 pale in comparison to other games on the same system. The first Splinter Cell had better sneaking controls, for an example.
Now, does that mean it's a bad game? No. Metal Gear Solid isn't by no means a bad game.
Oh, you hear that, folks? He's trying to make up for it by saying Metal Gear Solid's not a bad game. Let me tell you something fast and furious. If you call something overrated, you obviously mean it's bad. Most of the time, that is. And the way you keep saying overrated over and over and over again, you obviously mean that it's bad. Don't try to make up for it. It's too late. You've already made your point.
Did you even listen to yourself before you uploaded this? You state that overrated means bad, but then you clarify it by saying, well, most of the time. But then you say, he always means sucks when he says overrated. Are you listening to yourself? Final Fantasy VII is overall one of the most overrated games in the Final Fantasy franchise. It is not as innovative as other games released in the series, yet people praise how fucking amazing it is. And yet, I still think it's a good game. Fuck! The guy you were commenting on said Metal Gear Solid is fun, but because you don't like him, that is a contradiction in your mind, even though you yourself said that overrated does not always mean bad. Do you listen to your own stupidity?
But it is so overrated. You guys, you fucking PS1 fucking faggots.
You know what, folks? This looks like a good time to end it. It's just going on and on and on, and he keeps repeating himself and not making any logical sense.
Well, that's hilarious, seeing as most of the points you've made in this entire video were nothing more than...
Elaborate. And
I would like to thank you, ZM Anonymous, for making that clip and allowing me to steal it from you without your permission.
Fast and Furious 450, you gave no reason why the PS1 sucks, or it's overrated, as you keep saying. It's a great console. I still have it today, and it still works. And you know what? I'm going to play it tonight. And I'm going to enjoy it. And there's nothing you're going to do about it.
Well, ain't you just the toughest fucking shit on the internet? You're gonna play a PlayStation and we can't stop you because, by God, we don't know where you live and neither do we care. Well, that's just fantastic for you, isn't it? And how the hell does this make you even look credible? Come on, really. It did just the opposite, in fact. It made you look like an arrogant, self-indulging, self-important prick. Congrats. It also showed just how pissed you got at a guy who you yourself labeled as a troll.
One more thing I gotta say to you. If you don't like the PS1, that's fine, okay? But you don't have to rub our faces in it. You don't have to parade about it. You don't have to treat your opinions as if they're facts. That's what pisses people off.
The hilarious part is that you spent this entire video doing the exact same fucking thing, except you were getting your fanboy juices everywhere and stating your fanboy facts as statements.
Well, folks, that's all I gotta say about that. Good night, everyone.
Overall, the only thing I have to say is that I think Realmores might have died today. He couldn't handle how vigorously Baxter the Mongoose was raping him today, what with all the hypocrisy there was in this video.
Hey PewDiePie, this is Sean VLLAZ.
Hi Sean, this is TOGProfessor. It is wonderful to hear your emotionless voice. It totally chills me out, dude.
I want you to pay attention to this number right here. Your subscribers. Now, I want you to know that in the last 10 minutes, that's went up 2,000. In the last 10 minutes. Right? Now, this is to respond to your video, I'm sorry, and I'm going to post it and I hope you keep it there.
Because I want your attention. Why don't you love me, PewDiePie? Why can't you just share your love and affection with me?
Now, I want you to think back to when you just started, when you had numbers like these. Now, this is a page that you're probably very familiar with. It's your analytics in the YouTube video manager, whatever. Now, if you look, this is mine, and I have 280 views, and only 213 minutes of them 280 views have been watched, and I have 2 likes and 4 dislikes. Yeah, I'll admit that 2 of them dislikes are mine.
Because as you can tell by my voice, I have really horrible self-esteem. But your love could change that. If only you would love me.
And I got 5 comments. Now, I want you to notice your face, your smile.
Your face, that smile, that awe-inspiring smile, it just makes me, oh God, oh, Mom, what are you doing? Get out of my room, I'm watching PewDiePie!
And this isn't a video which is the reason why I'm video responsing. The one entitled, I'm sorry. Now, if you look at your likes and your dislikes, you have about 1,510 haters and 89,455 non-haters, aka bros.
Because it isn't even slightly possible that there are 1,593 people in this world who didn't like the video for the sole fact that they just don't like that one video that PewDiePie made. No, they're all haters. There really couldn't be even the slightest chance that some of these could have been bros who hated seeing PewDiePie given to the people criticizing him because it busted their little god bubble that they put around their highly overrated hero.
Now, the thing I really want you to pay attention to is this. Your fans, what they're saying. They're telling you Happy New Year's. Scully, quit listening to haters. Blah, blah, blah. PewDiePie, don't let them motherfuckers hate. Awesome Poods, you shouldn't have to apologize, but you just proved what an amazing person you are. Even more than usually do with this video. I will be a bro till the end, that's for sure.
Yes, he proved how great a person he is by telling his fans to flag any comments that they perceived as trolling, which in turn translated to you idiots to be any comments that said anything remotely bad about him, whether they were trolling or not. Freedom of expression be damned! This is PewDiePie world, motherfuckers!
Yeah, PewDiePie, you're awesome. Poods, don't even worry about them. Blah, blah, blah. It just goes on. And
I will now cut myself off mid-sentence because I don't know how to edit correctly.
your haters. You know, have you ever really seen it? Do you know what your haters look like? You know what you're wasting your time on? Well, let me open your eyes, because once you see this, I hope I'll never see a "I'm sorry" video again.
How was it wasting his time? I actually do have to give him some respect, and I mean the most minuscule amount that I can give him for attempting to put forth an olive branch to these, quote, haters, unquote. He actually attempted to do something about it and attempted to be a little mature, no matter how badly that failed. And now here we are seeing a fan telling him that his actions were pointless and that he should have just fucked them all like an immature child who can't handle being criticized. That is just fucking wonderful.
Because we, as their fans, don't care what you post. We know that you're a good person. We've seen your donations. We've seen when you went to the UK, you took the time to put some bros in your video. And whenever you're showing yourself in your vlogs, you make sure that you pick up all these phone calls, and we see it all. I mean, we know that you're not a bad person, or you wouldn't do any of these things. So let me show you what your haters look like.
Before we get there, I want to say this. Yeah, he does do some good things, and you can prove that he has donated to charities, although the amount is usually pretty small in comparison to what he actually makes. And props to him for that. Though this doesn't stop the fact that not everyone's hating on him for being a money-grabbing douchebag who pretty much admitted that he does videos just for the money and nothing else. Remember, some of these people just don't like his videos, and that's it.
YOLO swag bruh. Yo, I'm a bruh that likes to speak his mind, no matter what. I don't give a fuck if I have a huge 230-pound mixed martial art fighter all up in my shit. I will speak my mind and fight your ass if I need to. Fags I have cussed out. Naming a few people I've actually never heard of, but I will be sure to check them all. Here to hate y'all. PM your address and we will fight, which I've been tempted to actually take him up on his offer. You know why?
Hey, while we sit here and there is absolutely no audio in this part, let me just say this. How can you not recognize obvious troll being obvious?
Take note that when I think this is a reenactment of Pee Wee Herman, and he butchered it. We don't like that. Let's look at another hater. This hater is a different kind of hater. This hater is the jealous kind. Notice he only has 255 subscribers, but he does have 500,000 views. Now this guy started probably a long time ago, July 4th, 2008. He's been doing it a very long time and hasn't got to your spot. Now, I'm not going to discredit this guy, but I want you to show that these are the people you're wasting your time on.
Yes! Yes! We finally get to the jealousy card, and of course it is all due to his subscriber base and view count! Ugh! You do not disappoint, do you? Listen, honky, because yes, I will assume that you are Caucasian. Just because someone has less subscribers or views doesn't mean that they are jealous. And I know that you wouldn't make a statement like that about another person unless, of course, you had more than, well, damn. I guess you must be jealous of them. And if you decide to complain about this video I am making in response to you, then it will only be due to the fact that you're jealous of me, right?
And then you have fans. Ones like this. That's me.
Ones who worship the ground you walk on. Ones who will tell you to keep your head high, even though you didn't miss a beat in making videos before or after you apologized. Ones who most likely went through a stage of manic depression when you uploaded your apology that caused us to lose all emotion in our voices. How dare those bastards criticize you!
Even this guy, one of your competitors, where a lot of your haters come from, the guy from Toby Games. Notice what he's playing. PewDiePie Dream. Now notice that he put it in capitals. He's trying to take some of your fame. Yes, he has more videos. Yes, he probably's been there longer, but he doesn't have as many subscribers as you have.
So then Tobuscus must obviously be jealous of PewDiePie. Though, look at the rest of his videos. He capitalizes all of them. How did you miss that when trying to prove that he's jealous and trying to steal your hero's fame? Oh, wait. You must be jealous of Toby because you are criticizing him and you don't have nearly as many subscribers as he does. Disclaimer, I think Tobuscus sucks just as much as PewDiePie. They are both horrendous gamers and I don't like either one of them.
Now, do you remember this?
You mean where you don't say anything for a whole minute because I would assume you were too entranced while listening to PewDiePie play Amnesia? Though I can say this. If you attempt to flag my video for copyright, you included videos made by other users as well in your video. And that would just make you a hypocrite, wouldn't it? You gotta protect yourself against the bro army sometimes, guys.
That PewDiePie was your first video ever. Amnesia Playthrough Part 1, The Windy Doors. Now, if you look at it, you only have 196 dislikes out of 14,148 likes out of the 1 million total. Only 1 million of your 3 million people seen your first video ever.
And those people who didn't watch it aren't true bros. Only those who watch all of your videos while snuggling a homemade PewDiePie plushie are real bros. Those fakers make me sick.
I mean, for real. And you're fretting. You have an amazing girlfriend.
And I am still a virgin.
You have a cute dog.
What? He has a dog that millions of other people in this world have. That doesn't make him special. People just fucking love pugs for some reason. Most everybody has a goddamn pug.
You're seeing the world.
And I'm sitting here making a video when I could be out doing the same thing. Are you living vicariously through PewDiePie? What in the hell is wrong with you? Go do something!
And you have a lot. I mean, a lot of new friends. As a matter of fact, have you noticed that this number went up? 1,000 since I started this video? You now have 3,576,043 brand new friends.
Which should equal out to about another $2,000 extra in your pocket each month, so PewDiePie, be happy. Those haters don't know shit in comparison to subscriber base.
So stop being bummed out. Stop apologizing, because the numbers don't lie. How the hell can 3.5 million people be wrong?
I really don't know when 3.5 million people were wrong, but I can tell you when at least 30 million people were wrong. The population for Germany at the beginning of World War II was approximately 69 million Germans. So, to be nice, I only said that less than half of them supported Hitler, and I was giving most of them a free ride here. Now, I'm not saying PewDiePie is just like Hitler. I'm just trying to give a real-world example of how just because a multitude of people agree with an idea, that doesn't always mean it is correct. Hell, most of the U.S. was for segregation of whites and blacks at one time, and at other times were against women in the workplace or even having the right to vote. I could go on, but I think you get my point. Numbers don't mean shit, and a large subscriber base doesn't mean that everyone will like PewDiePie, and just because someone doesn't like his videos doesn't automatically mean that they are a hater or a troll.
What up guys, Sonic Fan here, back with a new commentary. Now I'm going to do a commentary on a somewhat of a video game review. I'm taking a look at someone going by the name of the Angry Pissed Off Hardcore Gamer.
Wait. The Angry Pissed Off Hardcore Gamer? This guy has been irrelevant for quite a long time. Why are you looking at something that is dead?
Wow, you could tell that name is a full ripoff of the AVGN.
Yeah, good job pointing that out. Not like we haven't heard it before.
Nintendo GameCube review. If you want my opinion on the GameCube, it's a really good system. In fact, it was one of the many first systems I got in the early 2000s. It's a really good system. So, without wasting time, let us begin the commentary. Well, that was a perfect way to start the video. Playing Super Mario Brothers and missed the first jump. That would be a good idea for an intro now.
Maybe he used this for a sense of symbolism on his thoughts about Nintendo? P.S. If you're wearing headphones, I suggest you turn down the volume. I'll go ahead and give you a few seconds. Godzilla! How did that video clip work in the context to the video whatsoever?
This is my PlayStation 2.
Jesus Christ!
What was the point in that statement? You care to clarify why you said that?
What I like to call the Nintendo Shit Cube. And the reason I call it the Nintendo Shit Cube, because it's a piece of fucking shit!
The fucking shit! Talking in slow motion is cool, eh?
Jesus Christ! It's like Peter Griffin kind of mixed with Matt Helms when only he was 2.
Oh boy, a fat joke about the APHC. Good thing we haven't heard those 1,000 times already.
The original Nintendo Entertainment System sucked.
What?
The original Nintendo Entertainment System sucked.
You hate the NES? For what reason?
Because he had to perform a certain amount of blowjobs on the cartridges.
Oh god no. Don't ever use that word in review like that ever again.
First off, why ask him to clarify something just to have it follow up with a clarification? That makes your statement unnecessary. Lastly, what's wrong with the word blowjob in a review?
In order for the games to work.
Well, that's what he do because the NES games were made back in the 1980s and 1990s. But if you don't like to perform a certain amount of on the cartridge, you can always buy NES games off the Nintendo Wii. Well, if you own one.
And then Nintendo.
Yeah, I kind of agree on that point.
What was that? I couldn't really make out what you were saying.
Now that was a very good. Now that was a good system. That was a very good system. The games did not freeze, and the games did not stop while you were playing. and then...
Now, some of you may be asking, why are you skipping ahead? Well, I'm not skipping ahead. Figuring since this guy makes a lot of long pauses, I decided to edit it out so you guys won't get bored.
Thank you for that, but I have to wonder why you didn't call out the obvious flaw in his logic. He stated that the NES sucked because you have to blow on the games to get the dust out. The Super Nintendo had this issue as well.
Nintendo, they released their third video game console, the Nintendo 64. Now that also was a very good system.
Yeah, I kind of agree on that point. The N64 was a good system. But I had one question. What does this have to do with the game?
Maybe something to do with this as a review of a video gaming system and giving a history on the evolution of the system itself over time really actually helps to get the full picture and aspect of what they're talking about?
Releases their fourth video game console, the Nintendo Shit Cube. Now the reason I call it the Nintendo Shit Cube is because
It's a piece of fucking shit!
No, I'm lying. This is why he...
Thank you for the unnecessary ear rape, you bastard.
this is a Nintendo GameCube game.
So what's the problem with the disc? I didn't really care. Oh, and by the way, don't try to laugh.
This looks like a fucking chocolate chip cookie.
So a GameCube disc is like a cookie. Jesus Christ, not only does he suck at reviewing the game, he even thinks about food while doing it.
Kinda reminds you of Chris Boers, doesn't it?
What the fuck? Graphics by ATI. ATI, my ass!
Wait, was that an edit?
Alright, the Nintendo GameCube, it has good graphics, nice hardware, all that graphics, all that hardware.
It's a piece of fucking shit!
Yeah, I know I've been using that clip a lot, but I couldn't resist doing it.
Please, try to do so next time. It doesn't really help the quality of your video. On the contrary, the unnecessary ear rape actually makes your videos more annoying.
I play DVDs on it. Now, the PlayStation 2 sold more than the GameCube because it had a DVD drive.
1. Fanboy much, and 2. The PS2 didn't sell more than the GameCube because it had a DVD drive. It sold more because many people, mostly fanboys, bought the PS2 due to the PS1's success, not because of a DVD drive.
Hate to tell you, but you're both wrong. The PlayStation 2 sold as well as it did and stayed the best-selling console even into this current generation for one special reason. The games. Nothing more, nothing less.
Much more better than this god-awful piece of shit. And plus, if you look underneath your GameCube, you see that it has a separate modem. The modem is sold separately, but in the PlayStation 2, it had a built-in modem. Now, why the fuck would Nintendo make a modem for the Nintendo GameCube if you cannot play online multiplayer games?
Well, let's see. There's Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2 and Episode 1 and 2 Plus. There's Phantasy Star Online Episode 3, CARD Revolution, and Homeland. But that game was made in Japan, so it never released in the US. There was also going to be online gameplay for Mario Kart Double Dash, 180 Avalanche, 180 Degree Avalanche, and Kirby Air Ride. So the GameCube did have online gaming. It's just not a lot of games were made for it.
And now I would like to show you the Nintendo Shit Cube's wireless controller. This is the controller's wireless receiver. You just put it on the GameCube like this, as you would look like a regular GameCube controller.
Oh gee, Like, I've never plugged in a controller in a
And-
controller socket before.
You have to put in batteries on the back and press on. But even when you have fresh batteries inside, guess what? The shit cubes.
It's a good idea.
You know, maybe you should learn to, I don't know, audio duck correctly. It requires you to lower the audio levels of the original video so the viewers can actually make out what you're saying.
Just fine.
It doesn't even work.
If you're going to speed something up like this without making any comments whatsoever, then just skip it next time. Like this.
The Nintendo shit cube. It costs around $120. Do not buy it. There are a lot of better things you can buy with that kind of money. And who would want to buy the Nintendo shit cube?
I don't know.
Nobody
Nintendo
likes it.
fanboys?
Good lord! The more you keep calling people fanboys for no absolute reason other than the fact that they happen to like a system, leads me to believe that you're a fanboy yourself. And seeing as you've been calling people Sony fanboys and Nintendo fanboys, I'm going to just assume you're an Xbox fanboy.
I'm Sonic Fan 3311. Thanks for watching.
Oh, you're not welcome.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? I want to talk about a couple things that pissed me off. Got to get it off my chest.
Mean like people who don't put stickers on their caps and don't leave the bills straight?
GameStop.
Oh, okay, sure.
Company that I hate the most with an ever-loving, heated, fiery, thermite degree passion. GameStop. I try to avoid going to GameStop as much as possible because I'm very unhappy with the way they just the way their whole company is run, and obviously the trade-ins and how they rip people off. You know, like I said, most of the time I do my shopping for video games on Amazon. All right.
Well, then what is there to complain about? You just stated how to deal with any complaints you might have, you know, by not going into GameStop. But that would just be too easy, wouldn't it? After all, I'm sure you didn't get over 17,000 subscribers and an average of 3,000 views per video by being intelligent. By the way, you do realize that shows that 83% of your subscribers don't watch or care about your videos. Just wanted to put that out there.
Your Amazon, you get reasonable prices. All right, you buy from sellers, and the used copies that they're selling are reasonable prices, and they work. Unlike GameStop, which once sold me Final Fantasy X, and it didn't fucking work. And when I tried to fucking return it, they wouldn't take it back because I guess they have a 7-day return policy. Whatever, I fucking forgot. Sue me.
Yeah, get angry at GameStop for having a return policy so people wouldn't just buy a game and bring it back for a full refund when they beat it. It's not like they tell you about the policy every time you buy a game. Also, if the game didn't work, why did you wait for over a week to take it back? Just asking.
So, I already have a 3DS anyways.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with Final Fantasy X, or is this just a drive-by subject change?
And point is, I wanted to see, I was just curious to see how much they would give me for a DSi. I thought they would give me a nice, decent price for it. You know what I mean? DSi, look at this. I paid $170 for this shit when it first came out, okay? $170, motherfucker. It was like, yeah, $170. It works. Look at that. Touchscreen works, everything. First of all, the bitch wouldn't take it because the screen is cracked. You see these stupid black bars over here? Right here? Yeah, even though it works, the game works fucking fine. You know, everything works just fucking fine, GameStop. They wouldn't take it because of that. But even if they would have taken it, you know how much they were offering? See, told you the fucking game works. Look at this fucking Pokemon. Come on, man. Look at that shit. Anyways, even if they would have taken it, they offered me $32 fucking for this shit.
Wait. So, let me get this perfectly straight here. You tried to sell GameStop a system with a broken screen, and they only offered you $32 for it. Well, I guess that is a reasonable complaint when you don't take into consideration that they would have to get the screen replaced, you know, at their cost, and then have to try to sell that again And with it being an outdated system and everything, they have to try to make some form of a profit. What a bunch of cheap assholes, really! They should have offered at least $70 for a clearly busted DSi. That is the only logical conclusion you could take from this. You do realize that them not offering you that much is kinda your fault for not taking better care of your system.
You must be out of your fucking mind. I could go to Amazon or Craigslist and get at least $80 for this.
Yeah, until they realize it has a broken screen. Unless, of course, you intend to be one of those dishonest sellers on Amazon.
Bullshit. But yeah, $32 they were going to give me. They would have taken it if it wasn't for those 2 black bars. Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. So, to that bitch at GameStop, fuck you.
Yes, GameStop girl, fuck you for doing as you're told by your employer, thereby not risking your job because this guy wanted to sell you a broken DSi.
Okay, what else do I hate about GameStop? I know I've ranted about GameStop before, but I gotta say it again. The edge card thing, that sales pitch with the edge card, pisses me off. You know? Hey, what's up, man? You know, you want to buy an edge card, man? Excuse me. You want to,
Allow me to stumble over my words because I'm too busy to script what I'm going to say, and I am an immaculate public speaker.
Magazine, just a one-time fee of $20. And when you trade in your games, you show your card, you get an extra 10% store credit, and you save 10 to 20% off brand new games when you purchase a game. Look at that, I know the fucking sales pitch already because it's been repeated and beaten in my head so many fucking times from the mouths of GameStop employees. I'm tired of the fucking edge card. I don't want your fucking edge card. No thank you. When you tell them no, you don't want it, they just continue pushing it and shoving it in your fucking face. So, fuck the edge card. I don't want the edge card. That's simple.
I have an edge card because the perks just greatly outweigh the cost of $20 a year. Oh yeah, and yet again, fuck you, GameStop employees, for following the sales protocols you're told to follow, thereby, once again, not risking your jobs. But I do have to ask you this. Do you get pissed off every time you go through the drive-thru window at a McDonald's and they ask, do you want fries with that? Or every time you go to a movie theater and they say, oh, well, if you spend an extra quarter, you can upsize your drink to a large.
Like I said, no matter time you say no, they'll still try to push it on you one more time. Another thing about GameStop I noticed when you go there, see, the employees can be annoying sometimes, as I said. One thing I notice about GameStop is that, see, I'm the type of person I observe my surroundings. I'm always just observing everything.
Then why don't you observe the open cabinet doors behind you? Because for someone with slight OCD issues, like me, it's kind of annoying.
I'm always observing everything. The fucking pigeons on the floor eating bread and shit.
Wait, there are pigeons in your local GameStop? That must be a new feature they haven't implemented here where I live. Are there homeless guys feeding them as well?
But anyways, back to the topic. I noticed that sometimes you have those same group of teenagers, it's mostly teenagers anyway, that go there to chit-chat with their GameStop employee friends. And nothing wrong with it. I understand after school you go there, hang out with your buddies at GameStop, whatever, fine. But sometimes you see, most of the time, it's the same teenagers that go there. Hey man, hey, what's up, Mr. GameStop? What's up, GameStop employee? Shit, face it to me. It's.
Yeah, I know that song is kind of outdated, but it fits!
After school to hang out here from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. closing time to talk about video games. Oh, my Modern Warfare 3, shove a grenade launcher on my fucking ass. Yeah, the noob tube, man. Sentry gun in my fucking dick hole. Yeah, it's me.
Over 17,000 subscribers, people. 17,000 people enjoyed this stuff.
And showed up my fucking sister's ass. Well, yeah, Arkham City, yeah, you find the 6 Titan containers, work with Bane, yeah. Answer the fucking phone call, yeah, it's me, Elton the nerd fucking dick face, yeah.
So you have an issue with some of the customers and clientele for GameStop. Please remind me of how this is GameStop's fault again. Honestly, this segment reminds me of another person I covered lately.
Okay, number one, so packed in Walmart on a Saturday. Everywhere you turn, you hit someone else's car. No joke, and if you don't have a car, you walk in with someone else.
The difference here is she's a 12-year-old girl who didn't know what she was talking about. And she probably was forced to go on that day with her parents. While this guy is a grown man. And I use that phrase loosely, mind you, who should be able to go through life without this bothering him by now. What I'm trying to say is, if the clientele bothers you, walk out the door as you came back in, because no one's forcing you to stay there.
See what you people got me started. And no offense to Elton. I know an Elton, no offense to you, dude, but your name was the first one that popped in my head when I was talking about typical teenagers at GameStop that come in and talk about video games. Elton the nerd dickface.
Which means psychologically that is how you perceive your buddy, because subconsciously they remind you of him.
So yeah, that's what I got to say about GameStop, and let me know your thoughts, people.
I am doing just that. So remember that you asked to hear our thoughts. So don't get all pissy if you see this.
I know, I try to avoid GameStop, but I just... whatever. Peace out, people. Later.
Overall, the only thing I have left to say is this. If you have such an incessant hatred for GameStop, then stop going to GameStop. You stated the reasons why going to Amazon or Craigslist can be a much better idea. So by going to GameStop, you are purposefully punishing yourself. Every one of your issues can be solved by not walking into those doors under the sign that says GameStop. So your complaints were items that are nothing but petty bitching for the most part. And when you look at the situation with a little logic...
Ah! That thing is hideous! Why am I imagining Jar Jar Binks having sex with the Cheshire Cat right now?
This is my first rant, the worst show ever on Nick and Nicktoons. None other than Vazen, and he is a dork, so dead, so good, so gas, and every character. They really need to die.
Okay, why are they all dorks? Are you going to explain why, you twisted little demon cat spawn of Satan?
But if you like it, that's your opinion. I'll respect it with all my heart.
Well, at least you have the respect to honor our opinions and try not to push yours on us. At least I hope you do.
So, it's okay to like the show, but I just don't like it. But it's okay, but I don't have a problem if you like the show. But seriously, this show is more like Ren and Stimpy. I'm not saying it's a ripoff, so that's the end of my rant. So bye.
So, the characters are dorks, and the show is like Ren and Stimpy. You give no examples, and yet you expect people to buy your opinion. Well, you twisted little freaky bloated piece of cat flesh, I hate to tell you that your argument can't stand. And you kind of owned yourself. Well, there really wasn't much to work with, so sorry that this was not that good. I will do better next time, I promise. So this is the professor signing... Wait, what? Oh, there's more? But the video is over. It was only like a 44-second video. What, you're telling me... Scroll down the uploads on his channel? Well, okay, I don't see how this will change anything. What? Well, it seems I have yet another video to look at. And this one is much longer. Well, as long as there are no demon cats of bloated flesh, I think we'll be fine.
This is Kylo. This is my rant on the Favor Cinema. One of the worst shows on Nick and Nicktoons.
You know, I would have to actually disagree with you there. I honestly think that this would have to be Rugrats. That show is just downright creepy. Just thinking about it sends chills down my spine. Ugh.
Well, one, why does all the characters have to be so annoying, so childish, and so retarded?
Well, compared to other Nicktoons, say SpongeBob, they are relatively normal. Plus, I have a good explanation for why they act that way. You see, the show was created by a man named Johann Vasquez. You know, the same guy who created this? Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Here's him is what happens when Nickelodeon decides to make a Nicktoon created by the same guy who wrote a comic with scenes such as this. Now you can see why that was such a great idea.
Invader Zim tries to make SpongeBob, Ren and Stimpy look bad. And
well, let's see here. SpongeBob, homosexual undertones. Not that I have an issue with homosexuals or anything. And Ren and Stimpy is, well...
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Yeah, and they look bad because of Invader Zim with things like this?
We can remote control it. Okay, you, do things. Make Tech's robot crazy. Only if you dance with me! No. Never.
You know, I just really don't see it.
It rips off most of Ren and Stimpy.
Okay, that one I just can't see. Ren and Stimpy is what you get when you lock 20 to 36-year-olds in a room and feed them nothing but sugar for an entire week, and was nothing really more than just a bunch of slapstick comedy. Invader Zim actually had a semblance of a plot. One idiotic, psychotic alien tries to conquer Earth. Zim was a dark, satirical comedy. These are two completely different things.
What the crap is that all about? How come Invader Zim rips off Ren and Stimpy? The show is overrated.
Well, I fail to see how being an overrated show would really make this a ripoff. But then again, this is coming from a... Wait, you're 37?!
And I can't stand Zim's voice. Gur is retarded because he doesn't want listen what Zim is saying.
As for Zim's voice, I think it was perfect for a character that is meant to be an evil psychotic genius who can't do anything right. Just listen to it.
Laugh now, yes. Laugh and frolic in your vile meats of evil. Meats of evil. But know that vengeance shall be mine. Oh, how it will be mine.
Yeah, that really does actually fit a psychotic evil genius, don't you think? And as for Gur, well, he's a defective robot. Hell, his brain consists of nothing more than trash. So, it is not that he doesn't listen, it is just that he doesn't know how to.
And people think the show is funny because it has weird eyes, weird faces. That's the only thing I hate about the show.
And no, the art style does not make it funny, it just gives it a different edge over other cartoons. If these are your only points, then well, commentary over! Hallelujah! But no, wait, there's more.
The character that I hate the most is that one dude acts like a fool, tries to run around and act like a complete idiotic, selfish, retard.
Wait, are you going to give a name, or are you just going to keep describing both Zim and Dib both in the same sentence? Yeah, they both act retarded, but it is so enjoyable to watch.
Well, number 2. If you don't know what the girl's name is, then put a comment.
Wait, what girl? When did we start talking about a girl? How are we supposed to know the name of a character when you give us no description of who they are whatsoever? I am completely lost up at this point.
And any comments saying, "Oh, Invader Zim's awesome. You're supposed to like it. It don't suck," will be deleted when I saw it.
Wow. First, your butt hurt before anyone comes back at you with any comments with this statement. And second, you'll delete them when you saw them, so you already saw the comment before the video was made and already knew people would hate you for this. I can also describe this last statement as this:
because poor literacy is cool.
So, any comments with that will be deleted. Because Invader Zim is the most overrated shows.
Okay, really, I stick that title to Seinfeld. Or maybe Babylon 5.
None of the characters they use I liked, and it's so overrated. Next time I'll put it to my worst cartoons list.
No, don't place it on your top 10 most hated show list. How can Zim survive the list of a 37-year-old who talks like he's 12?
And this show is the worst next to Wawa Wubsy.
Next to what?
On Nick Jr. And Wawa Wubsy is on Nick. That's retarded because Nick has way too much cartoons.
Do you realize Nick is a channel aimed towards children, and normally children love cartoons? That is like saying Cartoon Network is too full of cartoons. How dare they cater towards their target audience?
And it needs to be Nick needs to be cancelled.
Well, look what I have here. A note from Nickelodeon. Yeah, let's see what they have to say. Oh, wow. Well, it seems much like everyone else. They don't care what you want.
Because it has way too much cartoons. Way too much freaking cartoons. And it rips off Nicktoons and Nick Jr. because it has a Vaderism. And guess what? They got Kylan. What the heck? Kylan's supposed to be canceled by Nick. It's only been watched on Nick Jr.
They have what show? I can't really seem to understand half of what you're saying. Don't make me pull out the Naruto One Piece clip.
Everyone watch Kylan on Nick Jr. None of the people watch it on Nick. That is retarded because you should never put Kylan on Nick.
Okay, you forced my hand. Play it.
Your constant disassembly of dialogue is interfering with any... Your constant disassembly of dialogue is interfering with any rational plot development! What the f*** is your plot?
That is freaking dumb. Sorry, I was talking to something else. I'm sorry, but let's talk about Vaderism. So, if you're going to make more views into that, to subscribe. Now, if you're going to subscribe or add me as a friend, peace out, or something like that.
Well, there's the obligatory subscription request, and I guess we're done here, right? No, that would just be wishful thinking, people.
But then, what is the point, girl, beating up a guy twice as,
Wait. How did we get from Zim to Nick Jr., some girl beating up boy? Priorities, man! Really, get on top of them.
Complete rush. Just how stupid Vaderism as the show is. I mean, Zim is not himself makes the show run, it's just the show himself.
So now that we're back to Zim, you're saying that Zim is not what makes the show bad. The show is just bad because the show is bad. And there are no underlying reasons behind this at all. I can really now say that I am still thoroughly confused about this whole thing.
He makes Rants defeat SpongeBob look bad.
Oh, is anyone else getting this weird, strange feeling of deja vu?
One, they don't add any of the characters that way. They don't make characters nice and ridiculously.
Once again, made by the same guy who made Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. I really don't think he lives in the world of the same.
Good characters, that is. And I do not have to see what is the point of them trying to be really bad person.
You know, by this point, I really don't think you have watched the show at all. You know, maybe if you had watched the first episode, Zim's personality would make sense to you.
And I hate it when Zim keeps whining and whining about, oh, I want to destroy the world! It's freaking retarded!
Once again, pointing you to the first episode, and also, he's not whining. He is ranting, if in a far better fashion than you, after all. You know, typical single-minded, focused, villainous character ranting.
And the plot is so dumb, because Zim says he wants to destroy the world. That's like the dumbest, the stupidest plot ever of the show.
Well, then I'm guessing you have not watched very much television, movies, or played very many video games, because all three of those areas are flooded with similar storylines.
I mean, what's the point of the main character saying he wants to destroy the world? It's not right. It don't make sense. It don't make any area beyond me. Bestiality.
Wait, how the hell do you get bestiality from, I want to destroy the world? Well, maybe we've been thinking about this wrong. Hitler never wanted to rule the world with a Third Reich. He just wanted to snuggle with his pet dog.
I can't stand how Zim tries to act like a complete moron. Tries to be such pain gay person. And I have never seen Zim going... And there was a part in the episode where Zim tries to act like an idiot, a retard, and tries to act stupid, rushing around the house, and then tries to get everyone out of the house like a freaking dumb, gay person.
Well, in his defense, Zim can't help acting like a moron. He is one. Though, how can you say he was gay when you obviously prefer shows like this?
What is up with that? That's so childish. It's stupid how you do that kind of stuff like that. It's so retarded. I've never saw that before. One, make the show better or else you'll be even canceled.
Wait, oh, seems I got a new message from Nickelodeon here, and it's addressed to you. Let's see, we still don't care about your opinion. If you don't like Invader Zim and the selection of shows on our channel, then go watch something else and stop whining about it like a 12-year-old girl. Wow, Nickelodeon is nicer than I thought they would be about this.
And if Invader Zim gets canceled, I will be much happy and I will be proud of Nicktoons. But not Nick because it has way too many freaking cartoons. It's supposed to have a few cartoons, not a few of them, but come on! It is so lazy! Nick is so freaking lazy!
Yes, because using a formula that worked is the laziest thing you could ever do. Such as, maybe scripting your videos.
I mean, how the heck does Nick have to be so lazy trying to get all the cartoons except for that? You freaking retard, Nick. You're supposed to make the anime better.
Oh, wait, now I see where you're coming from. You're one of those people who thinks Avatar The Last Airbender is actual anime. Kid, just because it looks like anime does not mean it is anime. You also think that the only thing that should be shown on Nick is anime. Well, there is a flaw with your logic. Here, this is a secret. Just for you. I'm saving this one just for you. Listen, animes are cartoons!
Without posting all the cartoons from Nick Jr. and Nicktoons. And if the Upside Down show comes on Nick, I can't stand Nick! It will be so canceled, so dumb, and I cannot stand Nick. And Invader Zim. Invader Zim is so overrated. Overall, I cannot stand Invader Zim's show. I can't believe Zim made this dumb show.
I don't think that Zim himself made the show. I believe that it was actually made by... Wait, I already covered this. I ain't doing that again.
And why is it called Invader Zim?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because he's invading the Earth for complete conquest? Though, I really could be wrong. Gur, what are your thoughts on this question?
But I need tacos! I need them or I will explode!
My thoughts exactly, Gur.
What? Why is it that much? But this... See y'all, but peace out.
And that is the end of the video. What can we learn from this? Well, it's simple. 37-year-olds who sound like they're 12 don't need to be making videos complaining about shows that are more enjoyable than anything they have to say. Also, that scripting is once again one of the most important things you can do when making a video. Though I have to ask two very important questions. One, is it not ironic that Nutty Madam is shown as a related video to this? And two, how can you not like a show with comedic gold such as this?
Why was there bacon in the soup? I made it myself!
I hence by rest my case.
No, I will not make you sit through the entirety of this camcordered video game footage intro with, quote, epic music, unquote.
What the flabbertassel is this?
This looks like poorly recorded footage of the announcement trailer for Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, which I don't understand why you didn't just download it, especially when YouTube itself gives you the option to download videos.
Game Freak, why do you do this to us?
Because they like money, and so does Nintendo.
Hello, everybody!
I'm screaming, but I don't want to wake up my mom!
And welcome to my first rant, you might call this? I don't know. I'm giving my thoughts and feelings on a new game that was announced.
Yes, that would be a rant.
I'd imagine this is going up tomorrow. I don't know. Announced on January 8th, 2013. A new Pokemon game. Yeah, I realize that you probably know when this is all about this game already, but this is my thoughts and opinions on it.
Shaky cam and jump cuts included at no extra price.
Pokemon Y. Now, being the Pokemon freak I am, there's a little giddy boy inside of me that's just screaming, "Yay, more Pokemon, yay, 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 yay!" But
Long pause for added dramatic effect, I am sure. It obviously can't be due to incompetence.
I don't even know what it is inside of me, but there's this part of me that feels not ready for this yet.
It's a video game. It's not like you knocked up your girlfriend, that is, assuming that you even have one. It's not like this is the end of the world.
I was ready for a Ruby and Sapphire remake. I wasn't actually expecting it. I felt like Game Freak likes to do the unexpected when they can. Hence why we have Black and White 2 as opposed to Gray. I feel like that was really the reasoning. But I don't know. I wasn't expecting this yet. It's been too recent since Black and White 2 came out. I don't know. It just feels very rushed to me.
If you look back at the release dates of every Pokemon game released in the main series, they have never waited for more than 2 years to release a game. And it has been 2 years since Black and White were released. So history would suggest that this really shouldn't be much of a surprise.
I'm worried about how this game's going to turn out. Now, visually, it looks beautiful. I'm not going to say this is a huge mistake, that Game Freak should never have even come up with any idea, but come up with the idea in the first place. It's just, I worry about it.
I don't think this is a huge mistake, but I think that it will suck because of the release dates. Yeah, sure, that makes a whole lot of sense.
I feel like Pokemon, like the Pokemon fans who are very first gen or even kind of second gen.
Hi! And yes, Cyndaquil is the greatest starter Pokemon ever, though I still like the other games in the series.
Based who just like those games and refuse to give anything else a chance will be hating on this game like no other. Looking at the Pokemon designs of this game, I'm sure they already are hating on it like no other.
Why wouldn't they? After all, this thing just looks like a monkey in a hat. Or maybe it's a dog. Or a gopher. I can't fucking tell.
Now, usually it takes me a while to warm up to Generation Pokemon designs. When Unova first came out, I remember hating the generation as a whole, with like 7 different Pokemon who were exceptions. Now I like almost all of them. It's honestly my second favorite generation for Pokemon designs. So
I wish to God that you would learn about these little devices called tripods. Seriously, if you're going to make a video with an actual video camera, get a tripod or learn to stand the hell still.
I'm honestly skeptical. There are only 2 Pokemon of the 5 so far that were announced that I immediately kind of liked. One of them is because it was a Fennec Fox. What can I say? I love Fennec Foxes.
And Victini, Eevee, and Vulpix are supposedly based on Phoenix as well.
The other one is because it was a deer. What can I say? I love deer.
Oh my god, I love deer so much. And in all honesty, I love deer as much as you do, probably, if not even more.
I feel like that's my only reasoning. The grass starter, I can't even tell what it is yet. Maybe when it evolves. It looks just bizarre. And the frog? Really? A frog?
That is strange. You're complaining about the looks of the Pokemon, even though you just got onto the old school fans for judging Pokemon on their looks alone. How does this work exactly?
You're leaving out a very important species of animal that lives in the water and isn't completely water. It isn't exclusive to water like they've done for every other water starter.
No, I think they pretty much got that handled because frogs live both on land and in the water, and they have never had a frog as a starter Pokemon.
And they're just going with the obvious and doing the frog. I don't know, that's just annoying me. It's always been a pet peeve of mine. They really shouldn't have done that they shouldn't do a frog. But they did. Can't do something else that's, kind of Australian, a little bit bizarre. I'm a very close friend to these things. And Percival here is highly offended by their choice to not use.
So I can assume that you know many platypusi, however you say this word, in real life then, if you are such good friends with them. And this might just be me, but it is kind of weird to be naming your stuffed animals at your age.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just my pet peeve about that. The grass starter looks weird, and there's this bird thing. It looks cool, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to need to warm up to this one a lot. Now, the gameplay. It looks much more... What's the word? Much more graphically... Looks like it's moving graphically more than it really should. I mean, I have no problem with increasing visuals. Heck, there's parts of black and white too that just take my breath away. Like that one part at the very beginning where you go up the hill and find Bianca. Yeah, that shot right there. I literally sat there dumbstruck by that shot for like 5 minutes before I actually talked to Bianca. But still. Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. I don't know. I just feel like there's a part of me that really thinks they're gonna screw this up.
Okay, I'm confused because you clearly stated that you were going to talk about the gameplay, and then you just randomly started talking about graphics and how you like graphical improvements, thereby not really raising any arguments as to why Pokemon X and Y are not going to be any good control-wise and gameplay-wise. What was the point of this video again?
And I really don't want them to. I want to see a masterpiece of a game, and I'm just afraid we're not going to. I feel like they're going to move very, very in a very artistic direction, which isn't a bad thing by any means, but I don't feel like they're going to really do anything to enhance the gameplay or the tier lists or anything. They're just going to try to change the art style, make it better looking, and then add a few more Pokemon. By a few, I mean preferably over 100.
So in other words, you want them to do what they have always done with every release in the main series. What makes you think that Game Freak won't do what they have always done, which is what you have just described to us? The release date? Really? Or is it the Pokemon designs which you complain about even though you said we shouldn't complain about the Pokemon designs?
I don't know, it just feels so recent since Black and White were announced that I just have trouble believing that they're coming up with that many good designs since then.
Oh god, just look at the release dates.
I don't know, maybe it's because I've gotten older and time seems to be going faster, but I'm just worried about how this is all going to end up playing out. We'll see, I guess. So, I'll probably leave a link to the video, English commercial in the description. You guys can check it out, and whatever you guys have to say on it, just leave your comments. I would like to know. I really am worried about this, and I'm having some trouble seeing that much of a good side.
Dude, it is just a new Pokemon game. It's not like this one will kill the series if it turns out to be bad. Just look at the Sonic series. They still make games even if 90% of them are shit.
Beyond there being a Fennec Fox and Deer Pokemon. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just not ready for it yet. Maybe come October, I'm buying this game, or maybe waiting a month and getting it for my birthday or something, I don't know. But all the same, I'm getting this game. I intend to anyway. And I'll be the one to judge for myself whether or not I like it. I don't let IGN tell me what I like. My Sims' boss. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my spiel on this whole shenanigan.
And this is my response. Now I must say, throughout this video, I get the idea that he is afraid that the Pokemon in the new games won't be very original, and that this worries him even though he said he likes the Fennec starter even though there have been Fennec-based Pokemon before, and the Deer Legendary even though there have been Deer Pokemon before, and that he kind of likes the Bird Legendary's design even though there have been multiple Bird Legendaries in the Pokemon series before. There are only so many animals that Game Freak can base their Pokemon on, so at some point they will stop being completely original. Deal with it. That is the Pokemon series. Will you still be able to make your furry little friends beat the crap out of each other? Yes, I believe you will still be able to do that, so be happy it's another Pokemon game. Now, as for your idea of a water-type starter Pokemon, platypuses suck. Nobody likes them, so it's never going to happen.
Yo, what's up everybody? This is Codebreak1337 with the Game Boy Advance game Aria of Sorrow. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow.
Now, I have to ask, has anyone else noticed the first issue with this review? Well, if you haven't, it's very simple. He isn't even playing the game. He is using a playthrough that he found on YouTube as reference material for his review.
And this game was the first, not the first Castlevania game I played, but definitely the first one that I played in years. And it was outright incredible. And this is what got me hooked on every Castlevania, with my personal favorite now being none other than Symphony of the Night. Anyway, though.
Well, at least I have to say you have good taste in games, or maybe just the intelligence to claim the popular favorite as your own favorite so as you don't alienate the fans of the series.
This is being made by Ryo Zukin on YouTube, because I do not own this game right now.
And there we go, people. This is the first rule of making a video game review. Own the freaking game. Or at least use an emulator. You cannot, I repeat, cannot do a good review unless you actually play the game. Now, I know that you said you've played this game, but going by the current evidence we have in front of us, we can't trust your statement, which means for the most part, anyone watching your video is not going to take you seriously, and you're not going to be a credible reviewer to them.
So all credit goes to him for the video. I'm just going to give a little bit of a review on it, as he did his gameplay video. You should also check him out on YouTube. In this game, he's at the menu screen right now. Tons of weapons in this game. There's souls, the bullet souls, which are basically like spells which you could cast or shoot. Then there's familiars that could be associated to another button.
And what exactly do these familiars do? Can you give us some examples? Or even examples of the spells that you can cast and the abilities you can use from what you stated previously?
And that's your guard soul, they're called. And they're a little different than the bullet souls because you don't actually shoot them.
Well, if you don't shoot them, then what do you do with them? Can you maybe, I don't know, explain some of the details in this game?
And then finally there's passive ability souls, which are yellow. And there's tons of them in the game, tons of them to collect. And the more you collect them, the more powerful they become.
Okay, how do you collect the souls in the game to power them up? What if someone who has never played this game before was watching this to get an idea of the game? Your comments really would not be helping them at this point.
This game can last you a very long time. Not to mention the possibility of speedruns in this game, and all the other unlockable moves and types of stuff you can get in this game. There's also different moves you acquire throughout playing the game.
And what kind of moves? What are these moves good for? Would you please explain and expand on what you're talking about and the points you are trying to make?
Speedrun's always an option, great option for this one. And finally, one of the best parts of the game is after you beat the game once completely, you then get Julius Belmont mode, which is a whole nother different way to play the game.
Okay, what makes the speedruns so great, and how is the Julius mode so much different from the original mode of the game?
And it's actually very incredible. Julius Belmont is very fun to play as, and hopefully I'll do a run-through speedrun of this game eventually.
Well, that's never going to happen if you don't have the game, now is it? But then again, you'll probably just look up one on YouTube and record it with your camera and say, ooh, look a speedrun, I uploaded a speedrun, never mind that it's someone else's speedrun that I uploaded.
I don't know how I'm going to film it without the Game Boy Advance player. I might have to pick one of those up, but and making a long story short, the graphics here are decent, but they do the trick, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. Usually, in a good review, the reviewer would explain what they're talking about. Not say, well, if you know what I mean. They would actually usually explain what it is that they mean. I never wanted to use a nostalgia critic in any of my commentaries, any of his jokes, but by God, am I tempted to do so today.
Gameplay is incredible. The music, Heart of Fire soundtrack is excellent. Everyone should look out for the soundtrack in this game, which is incredible. And I just can't say anything really bad about this game. I mean, it's just, it was my first Castlevania, and if you haven't played Castlevania, you gotta check this one out.
Wait, I thought you said that this was not your first Castlevania game that you played. Let's go ahead and take a look, shall we?
And this game was the first, not the first Castlevania game I played, but definitely the first one that I played in years.
Well, you know what? It seems that I caught you in a contradictory statement now, didn't I?
It's got the RPG elements in it, and is but a platformer still at heart. With the RPG elements in it, makes this for excellent gameplay.
What do you mean by RPG elements? It would be really nice if you gave some details on these RPG elements instead of just saying that the game has RPG elements in it.
So, long story short, this game is that good. I mean, I don't know exactly. I'm going to have to throw an 8.5 at it. Or, yeah, let's go with an 8.7, exactly, out of 10. And for me, that's really, really good.
And why exactly are you giving it these different scores? What exactly counted against it to cause the score to drop? These are the kinds of things a video game review needs.
So, well, that's it. That's all I gotta say about it. Definitely get this game. It's worth getting a Game Boy Advance just to play this game. Or the DS with the Game Boy Advance backwards compatibility. So, pick up this game. We're going to do the rest of the Castlevanias, and that's about it. Signing off, Cobreak1337 with a definite buy, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Peace.
Well, that was the end of the very first review I'm going to be covering with this guy, and thankfully the last two are only about a minute and a half each. Now, I do realize through this last one I asked a lot of questions that sound, that most people will be like, well, I know the answer to that. But then again, you have to remember, a lot of people who watch video game reviews are people who've never played the game. So they're trying to get an idea of what the game is like. And if you're giving nothing but these blank statements of, oh, well, point, here, yeah, about this, and then you don't explain why you said that, oh, the gameplay is good. Why? Well, I don't know. You're not going to give this new player any real information or reason to play this game. I've played the game before. I've played all the games that he's covering here. I love Castlevania. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get back to the commentary, and we're going to look at him covering Harmony of Dissonance for the Game Boy Advance.
Yo, everyone, what is up? This is Cobreak1337 once again with another Castlevania for the Game Boy Advance. This one's Harmony of Dissonance.
And once again, you're using another person's video instead of your own. I am so glad you stuck to this broken method.
And unlike Aria, I do not like this one that much. But it's not really a bad game. This is actually somebody's speedrun. And Vukino, his name is Vukeno on YouTube. Check him out. And the speedrun, this guy must be a good player because he's really ripping through the game right now. But I want to get into a little bit of a review about the gameplay. The game is set up for a speedrun, which is always good.
Wait, so the whole game is set up for speedruns? How exactly is this game set up to do that? I would really love to know why.
So, you got the Vampire Killer Whip, and you're Justy, or Justice, or Just Belmont, which isn't really one of the coolest characters in the game. I don't know why he's so pale, but I don't know, in this game I don't think he's that cool. I don't like what he looks like, what he wears.
Okay, so you don't like the game because of the character's looks. Why do I have a feeling you're going to be screaming about the classic Sonic sometime in the near future?
And all that, so this guy is ripping it though right now, he really is. So it makes the game look a lot more fun than it is normally.
Hey, guy, gameplay, controls, graphics, storyline, music, did you forget these things? You know, the normal things a game reviewer will look at when reviewing a video game? Or are you just going to sit here and talk about how good that guy is at playing the game the whole time?
But I did play this one for a little bit, and it's good, but it's just not great and not up to par with everything else. I mean, I don't like the sub-weapon system, the way you play the game.
Oh, wow, an actual complaint? Are you going to, expand on that? Something is telling me that, no, you are not going to explain why you don't like the sub-weapon system and why you don't like the gameplay of this, are you?
I just don't like it, and see, I didn't remember much about it, so...
You know, maybe if you played it while reviewing, you might remember these items that you said you forgot while you're playing it. How hard is this really? I have done game reviews in the past and movie reviews in the past, but I always had the source material in front of me. Why is this so hard for you to do?
It's very so-so, this game. Never beat it, almost came close though, and long story short, this game was a 5.0 out of 10, so actually give it a 5.5 or 5.6 out of 10, because it's smack in the middle between good and bad.
You know, I really do love it when a reviewer keeps changing their mind on a score of a game without explaining the pros and cons and why this game gets the specified score.
It's average at best, or average at the worst. Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance speedrun. Pick it up, though, just if you're a collector.
Wait, do you want me to pick up the speedrun or the game itself? You weren't really clear with that last statement.
If you don't like Castlevania, then definitely dodge this one. Codebreak1337, YouTube, peace.
Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Only one left. I can make this through this. As much as this is hurting, I can make it through this. I just really hate it when someone makes a mockery of one of my favorite game series. The problem is that this last review, where he looks at Dawn of Sorrow for the DS, is the worst out of the three. Castlevania fans, you have been forewarned.
Yo, what's up? It's Codebreak1337 with Dawn of Sorrow, a little bit of a game trailer I found off YouTube, so I don't have the DS right now.
What? Oh, well, that's nice. At least in the other reviews, you had the decency to at least find some gameplay on the YouTubes. But no! You decided to use a game trailer for this one. Well, that just makes perfect sense. Next time I do a movie review, I'm just going to show the movie poster the whole time, and don't show anything that will support my arguments in the least bit. That's completely perfect.
This is Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, the sequel to Aria of Sorrow, and right away, I mean, the graphics are better.
Well, you know, I might actually agree with you a little bit here, but, you know, for some reason, I can't see the in-game graphics to make my own opinion out of this.
But it's the same exact weapons, the same stuff as Aria of Sorrow. Just because the graphics are better and they change the story, to me, doesn't make a difference. I couldn't beat the game, it was too much like Aria.
Okay, so they changed the graphics and the story, but it was still too much like Aria of Sorrow because the weapons are the same. You know that this is like saying Castlevania 3 or 4 is too much like the first Castlevania, so it can't be a good game. Hell, I could say that Aria of Sorrow is too much like Symphony of the Night, all because the weapons are the same. You do realize that the gameplay for Castlevania pretty much doesn't change. After Symphony of the Night, for the most part, they all follow that same system. Other than the few that came out that are in the 3D age, in this 3D era, and they thought that Castlevania would do good in that style, but it hasn't yet. All of the portables, though, have played exactly the same, with that Symphony of the Night style, which is nothing more than Super Metroid style anyway.
And that's all I gotta say about it. So you can't just make a replica of the same exact game and add some anime in the beginning and expect to milk it. Not me. You're not gonna get me like that, Konami. Even though you did, and I bought the DS and the game.
Oh, well, that's nice. You do own the game, but you couldn't use your camera to record some actual gameplay? Did you even think this review through?
So, but I'm gonna say the game sucks now. How about that, Konami? This game is the same exact crap as Aria. Now, Aria was good, but this is a milk game, and they're trying to rip you off. Konami's trying to rip you the heck off just because the graphics are a little bit better. It's Soma, again, the reincarnation of Dracula, and it's the same crap.
Ah, well, that's so nice of you, spoiling the ending for anyone who has not played the game. Good job breaking one of the most important rules in a review.
If you played Aria, do not buy this game. It is definitely not worth getting a DS for.
What if you love the gameplay of Aria of Sorrows? You know, like I said before, the gameplay did not change, so I can't see any real issues with the game from my personal experience. They're both very fun games. Maybe I would believe you on what you say here if, you know, made some actual points and some actual justifiable reasons behind what you're saying.
So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 just because it's like Aria. That's the only reason why it gets points.
Weren't you just a second ago complaining that it was too much like Aria of Sorrows, but now you're going to give points to this game because it's like Aria of Sorrows? I think someone said it best when they stated, "I smell hypocrisy!"
And the control's pretty good. Don't buy it. Peace.
Okay, we made it to the end. Dear God, we made it to the end. Codebreaker1337, I have to say, you make the Irate Gamer, Game Dude, NC-17, and Navigator all look credible. Here's a quick little hint for you. If you want to review a game, have the damn game first so you can reference it in your reviews. If you use your own footage, you won't have to rush through the points that you're trying to make and will have the chance to expand and explain them. Now, I understand that not everyone can afford games that they want to review, but here's a quick fix for that when you're looking at something like Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, or any of those old school systems. I want you to go to google.com and search for Game Boy Advance emulator. When you find one, download it. Then search for Nintendo DS emulator. When you find one, download it. And then search for Cam Studio and download that. With these tools, you could have made credible reviews out of these games instead of using someone else's footage. If you can't do that, then I am sorry, I have to say, don't make reviews. Find another type of video to do. One last major point is that I have to honestly can't think that you scripted these videos. Now, like I tell everyone else when I do a commentary on them and they don't seem to script them, I tell them you need to script your videos. It will improve the quality.
Hello, fine people who happen to be dumb enough to subscribe to my channel. It is me,
Gimpy McDouchenstein! Though, really, couldn't you get a mask that actually covered the entirety of your face?
Danger Mouse, back with another Bukkake commentary for you to get all over your faces.
Because if I make jokes about sex and bukkake, I will seem edgy and be popular with the cool kids. Oi! Though this is totally not a ripoff of Smugleaf Carries On, right?
Now, today we're going to be looking at a video that is the trailer for the Brony documentary. And the Brony documentary can best be summarized as the #1 reason to leave the fandom next to Hasbro censoring and, you know, destroying things left and right. So, basically what we're going to be doing is having a look at one of the reasons I quit the Brony fandom.
Because people funded a documentary about it. That doesn't make any sense. Really, it doesn't. But whatever, there will be more on this later.
So without any more further ado, let's just roll the video, shall we?
One of my friends called me on Skype one day and said, "Hey, have you seen this show? My Little Pony Friendship is Magic." So
let me just ask a question before you get to your first point. Why are you doing picture-in-picture? What sense does this make? The reason people keep themselves in a video in this style is so they can express themselves through facial expressions. But you are wearing a mask. How is this any different than just leaving yourself out of the video altogether? It makes no sense. It would have had the same effect if this was just a black fucking screen.
Oh god, if someone did that to me, I would block their ass and have them off my channel quicker than you could say Tunsalaj.
So wait, give me just a second. Someone asking you only one time, once, on your channel, if you have watched My Little Pony, is worth blocking them? My god, man! Calm down! I could really understand if it was a non-stop pestering, but asking only once? Really? Really?
Ponies who were friends with one another.
And next thing I know, I was kind of leaning forward into my monitor, and I was like, this show is amazing.
And that's the point at which you know you're gay.
Yes, because anyone who has ever liked this show is a me... Wait a second.
Basically what we're going to be doing is having a look at one of the reasons I quit the Brony fandom.
Okay, well, never mind. I think I can handle self-deprecation.
Itself is extremely well done. The art is fantastic.
I'm not arguing against
the writing
that.
is wonderful.
and the voice acting is just impeccable.
Dear Princess
Oh god, Taro, what are you doing? I respect you.
Oh my god, a voice actor from the show got paid to help advertise this documentary, and she agreed to do it because she's in it for the money. What a whore! I can't believe you! And it also doesn't help the fact that she actually does like bronies in general.
Huge movement of guys that are just so into the show.
It's not a show that you'd expect a lot of people my age and older to watch.
Unless they're either gay or pedophiles, but that's the typical brony head argument.
Which I won't keep from using, so I am labeling myself as a typical brony hater, which makes this nothing more than a typical brony hating video, which makes me unoriginal.
Swag fact.
Mystery Science Theater 3000, you are not.
Oh god, not the music. Ugh.
Oh god. I could believe your distaste for this if maybe I could see your face, which as I have said before is why people do this kind of thing.
Look, okay. The point at which you have to try and make it, singing songs about ponies because you can't make it in any other sphere of music, and it's just sad.
You could honestly say that about many songs and artists. When you have to make a song about something that you like, it is just pathetic. Even though most songs are about something people do or do not like. A generic insult. It's not like Bob Marley actually liked marijuana, or Willie Nelson actually liked marijuana. And it's not like Queen didn't have a huge appreciation for big bottom girls. Wait, no, actually, Freddie Mercury was gay, wasn't he? That's a bad example. Moving on.
Crazy. He was different.
Oh god, now they're going for the gay vote, aren't they?
I was just sitting here, I was just living day to day. I didn't really have anything to look forward to.
Dude, find porn.
Yes, because porn fixes everything. Stroke your dick until it is raw and bleeding. Only then shall you be a complete man. I'm sorry, I could let you have this insult right here because what he actually said was really freaking pathetic. If you would have maybe said something more thoughtful than find porn, because now you just sound like Silent Rob.
Seriously.
If you choose to be a brony in the Appalachian Mountains, you're gonna have problems.
God, now they're trying to make it out that these guys are the same as the gays in the South, you know?
You know what? You are right. It is completely wrong to compare bronies to homosexuals.
And that's the point at which you know you're gay.
Really?
And that's the point at which you know you're gay.
Unscripted just isn't your thing, is it?
Well, when I heard about BronyCon, I decided that I really wanted to go.
My son was hell-bent on going, so I feel like I got roped into it.
Just being out of the norm, well, out of their norm. They just don't like that.
Oh god, this is just copy-pasted from a pro-gay documentary. Honestly, it is. Not that I'm against that, I'm just saying.
Ugh. People who want to be accepted for a lifestyle or personal choice have similar complaints. I just want the right to vote. You're just ripping off the women's right movement. I want the right to hold a job. You're just ripping off the anti-segregation movement. So what's wrong with you? Now, I'm not trying to compare being a brony to fighting for civil rights because they're not the same thing. I'm just trying to show why that statement is really, 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 really weak.
Now I'm here, 900 miles of the biggest con, 4 times the population of my town is in this building.
Before I was a brony, I had about 7 friends. When I became a brony, I had about a few hundred.
And you had about 300,000 people who wanted to come to your house and lynch you.
Lynching is a really humorous joke, right, guys? This has absolutely no negative connotations that could be seen as distasteful. Though seriously, are you trying to make a video that is exactly the same as every other "ugh, all bronies are fucking stupid" video that's ever been made?
Bronies are taking these lessons to heart. We need to allow men to be sensitive and to care about one another and not call them weak for caring.
Well, you got a point there, Lauren. Okay, no you don't.
Ugh, you people sound happy, and even though I just said that we should allow people to be who they are, I will now say that these guys are all idiots for singing a song from a little girl's TV show, even though I just said that we should allow them to like the show and it's fully acceptable. That doesn't make any sense.
Sunshine, sunshine, all I really need. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Did you just... No. No. What... You are not the Danger Mouse that I know. He would have slapped you right in the dick for using a media clip that overused. Could you really not have come up with your own joke? Why am I even asking? You haven't been able to make a solid joke this whole time.
Oh gosh. Oh.
From across the
Whew. Boy. God knows I'm not going to watch that, though it might make a decent little episode of Indecent Exposure there, perhaps.
I'm not going to watch it, though I might if I can find any entertainment value in it. And I'm not going to eat this pizza, though I might if I get hungry. And I'm not going to sleep today, though I might if I get tired. Do any of those statements really make any sense, guys?
Probably not, though. Okay, guys, so the main problem I have with all of that is it makes bronies look really, really, really bad. I mean, if you wanted to give brony haters fuel, and, you know, you were going to go to, like, the pony porn archives or something, you know, that's good. But you just point at this, and especially the fact that this was all funded using brony money as well, and a lot of bronies felt really ripped off with it.
So, let me get this straight. Going by what you just said, pony porn is not what is going to make the bronies look bad, but a documentary trying to put them in a positive light will. All I saw were clips of bronies talking about how they got into the show and why they like it. So then going by your logic, this... Oh my god, Fluttershy! Oh yeah, show me that flank! You like it dirty, don't you? Oh yeah! Pales in comparison to... I like the show because it's overall written well and has a decent message for kids and isn't written in a way that makes me want to take a drill bit to my skull, unlike in the style of SpongeBob. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
The thing is, okay, you just point at this and brony haters are just... Basically, brony haters are doing the one-hand samba to this thing. I guarantee it, because now they can say, oh, you bronies, you're all a bunch of pathetic social rejects.
So then, they can say what they have been saying for over 2 years now. I'm so glad that this documentary has given them so much extra power.
And the fact that it's trying to compare, you know, being a brony to being gay is fucking insulting to all the people that have had hate crimes, real hate crimes done by real groups that are dedicated against them, like, you know, the religious right, for example. You know, it's an insult to them. And that's the point at which you know you're gay.
That totally didn't just happen, did it? There's no way that that could have just happened.
It's an insult to bronies.
Wait, you just said that it was an insult to gay people to be compared to bronies. Then less than a second later, you say that it is an insult to bronies to be compared to homosexuals. So, is it now, at the end of your video, bad to insult bronies even though you spent this entire video doing just that? Or are you just not able to go without a script without sounding like a complete and total retard?
But the fact that this is just done in such a sophomoric, pandering style is just fucking awful. I'm not gonna lie. And this is one of the main reasons that I quit the brony fandom, because, quite frankly, pool's closed. I'm done.
Oh my god, I have decided to hate the show now because some of the fans make the fanbase look like idiots. That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Seriously. Sonic fags make the entire Sonic fanbase look bad, but it hasn't stopped me from being a fan of old school and even some of the new games in the Sonic series. Anime fans are freaking stupid, and yet I still love anime, and attend conventions and help host conventions. Gamers in general have a bad reputation for multiple things, and yet I'm still a gamer. Listen, If you refuse to like something because some of the people who are also in this fan base make you look bad, then have fun sitting in a dark room doing nothing, you little recluse, because that is what you can look forward to. Though if you really hate that the documentary is trying to put bronies in a positive light, or as you like to say, pandering to bronies, then go make one that does the exact opposite. Just prepare to get ready to have you judged in the same way that you are judging the creators of this documentary for being one-sided and blinded by your hatred for bronies, apparently.
And that's been another episode of my Bukkake Commentaries. I will see you lads and ladies and whoever watches my videos later, all three of you people. And other than that, peace out, I guess. Bye.
Well, I guess there is one thing that can be said. The title for these videos is very true, because much like a girl who's been involved in Bukkake, I feel like I need a shower because of how shitty this was. I also have watched his other episode in the whole Bukkake Commentaries, and it was pretty bad in my opinion as well. Danger Mouse, buddy, just go back to using scripts and stop trying to be funny. Stop trying to force yourself to be funny because it doesn't work. You and me are exactly the same when it comes to forcing comedy. It doesn't come off as humorous. It makes you come off as a retard.
Hi people, it's Lego CYD 1999 here with a bit of a rant video. I don't tend to do these,
which might explain how poorly done this rant was.
I have something that I'd legitimately like to rant about tonight. And that is McDonald's. So, up until, like, 25 minutes ago, I hadn't had dinner.
Which I am sure is your own fault.
My family got McDonald's. But they were there, and when they got back, they said, they don't have chicken selects anymore. And I was legitimately frustrated by that.
What? No more chicken selects? There is nowhere else in the entire world that I could possibly go to buy chicken strips. What am I to do? What has this world become?
'Cause I'm not a Big Mac guy. Call me crazy, but I love hamburgers, but they have to be good hamburgers, and the sauce doesn't make it for me, so I'm just not a Big Mac guy.
This is why they have chicken sandwiches and fish sandwiches and chicken nuggets. It's a fucking McDonald's. You do have choices.
And the problem is, I didn't like the chicken nugget. I used to like the chicken nuggets a lot, believe me, but it would either be that afterwards my stomach would feel really bad after eating them, or I would be hungry after eating them. So it was just a lose-lose situation with those. So I have been, and really, would you go to McDonald's for a salad? No, I didn't think so, and neither would I.
Yo man, your face didn't even give me a chance to answer. How dare you?
It drives me crazy. I love the chicken selects. They're not my favorite chicken tenders, but they are good. I'm sorry, it's just, it's like, I love to... It frustrates me.
Just spit it out, Junior! Me having to constantly cut out your pauses and stuttering is getting really fucking annoying right now. How hard is it to say McDonald's no longer has chicken selects and my life now means nothing anymore?
The fact that they took out my favorite meal. So, like, I'd like to bring something up, and I know McDonald's Corporation isn't gonna watch this video, and what I'm gonna say isn't gonna change anything, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Bring back the chicken selects. Bring back the 3-piece, bring back the 3-piece meal, and bring back the 6-piece meal. Because that is what I like the most.
And I'm the only person who ever goes to McDonald's. Sure, it might have been more economically intelligent to remove an item from your menu that people didn't order very often, but what does that matter when Lego CDYD 1999 is unhappy?
It is the one thing that I will eat and not feel bad about later. I like the chicken selects quite a bit. It's... Blah. I'm a little bit enraged by this. It's...
Calm down there, Wanky. They are only chicken strips. No need to go all Hulk on us over this.
Well, for those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, and I'm sure that there's quite a few of you going like, what's wrong with you? It's a piece of food. Think of it this way. You have been sort of stuck eating one thing. You've tried one thing, you liked it, and so you've continuously been eating it more and more, and it's kind of become your go-to thing at that place. And then they take it off the menu, and you're like...
Like what? Don't leave me hanging. Was that a dramatic pause? I doubt it.
What do you do now? What do you do now? It's like... It's...
And this is why variety is the spice of life, kid. Sounds like you only have yourself to blame for refusing to ever try anything else at McDonald's.
I had some really good ideas, but I don't have them anymore. That's kind of sad, because I'm legitimately frustrated with why they took this off. I mean, I don't think it was that poorly selling. It might just be the McDonald's nearby my house that ran out, and they have to resupply, but I doubt it, so... I legitimately don't know, and it's driving me crazy.
They are chicken strips. Go to a Sonic. They sell them and they taste better anyway. This is not a life-altering change.
And I want my chicken selects back badly. I don't want any other sort of, like, nonsense. I want my chicken selects. And I know that's not going to happen, but why can't I complain about it? I mean, I'm sure you guys aren't going to thumbs down or anything.
And they didn't. Well, at least not until I left a comment on it anyway. Though I truly do hate first world problems. There are starving children in Africa and other countries around the world, and this child has the audacity to bitch about the fact that he can't eat chicken strips at a place with over 50 different item menus.
Because if any of you have had this happen to you, you understand what I mean.
Not really. I usually would just say fuck it, I'm at McDonald's. So I'm not really expecting Gordon Ramsay quality food here. Give me 2 McDoubles with extra mayonnaise and extra onions since they are $1 each.
It's bad corporate McDonald's. They took this off the menu. It is like... Why would you take something off your menu if it's working? I mean, I don't know if their restaurants are running out of supply space with the Fish McBites or whatever they're called. I need to try those. They don't sound half bad. But...
Then why don't you just get those instead? Fuck, for all we know, you could have liked them and then you would have made a video about how awesome they are instead of a video where you get all pissed and whine about the fact that there are no more chicken strips at McDonald's. Chicken strips! You can make them for yourself for less money than it takes to go to a McDonald's and buy their frozen then deep fried sticks of chicken meat coated in subpar and under-seasoned batter.
Beyond the point. It's like, why take away that? It's like...
Sorry, I don't think I know how that feels exactly. It seems like you were vomiting or maybe giving birth to some alien child. Could you please explain this feeling in more detail?
That made no sense. I'm making nonsensical ranting right now.
And admission is half the battle.
I really... A lot of this is just... Why do I need to, like... Why do they need to take that off?
Why do you need to repeat the same question 6 times in the video?
So, corporate McDonald's, if you're watching this, which I doubt you are, please put the chicken selects back. This is... I'll start a petition. I'll get people to sign it.
Because those have worked so well in the past, right?
I just really want my chicken selects back now. And I don't know how long this has been in commission. It might have been over a month now, and I just haven't eaten McDonald's since they've taken them off, so. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I'd like my chicken selects back, McDonald's, and I know you don't care, and I know that's, like, just bring back the chicken selects. You know, I'm gonna stop this recording before I go any farther, so if you like this part, subscribe, rate, comment, do all that fun stuff. If you feel the need, comment with your response to, like, the fact that McDonald's took this off the menu, whether or not you care about it, so.